Education is the foundation for most people's success. Bernard White recognizes that.
Before the builder builds a house, he must first build a foundation.
My grandmother influenced me the most. As a young adolescent, about 14, 15 years old, and she really encouraged me all the time to go to school and get the best education I could. And she suggested to me that if you got a great education, when you get to be a man, you can have any kind of house you want, any kind of car you want, and you'll do well. And since I trusted my grandmother for her integrity and her intelligence, I tried to do exactly that. And looking back, she was right on point. When I came up, I could readily find a summer job. I could get a paper route. I worked at my church and as a janitor and clean up. So I could probably find a job a lot easier. I think for our youth today, it's a lot harder to find a job, which makes it very tough for them. And it's really hard to pull yourself up by the bootstraps when you don't even have any boots on sometimes. All I had was a job. I took that risk, took that chance to start my company, White Construction. My name is Willie Bernard White. One of the first accomplishments that made me confident about White Construction, the business that I started in 1989, I recall it being probably right around 1991-ish or so. And we had done a few projects, we had collected our money on a few projects, and I recall looking at my bank statement and all my bills were paid, all my subcontractors were paid, the rent was paid, all that type of thing. And I had a large sum of money in the bank that I had really not been paying that much attention to, and it dawned on me that, hey, that's all your money, and you've made it fair and square, and you worked real hard, and that's when I realized that this White Construction company thing might really be able to work. That's when I started really feeling enthusiastic and happy, and I kind of gave myself a slap on the back. Now back then, it was a lot of money to me because I didn't have a lot. Looking back now, it really wasn't that much, but for me, at that time, it was way more than I had when I started, and I just knew that I was beginning to make progress. So that's when I felt like I'm really going to be able to make this White Construction thing work for myself, and I just got even more enthusiastic.
Sure. That's not a problem at all. 10:30 sounds good.
My journey here at White Construction started June 2nd, 1997. So obviously I've been with the company a little over 18 years, and I've worked in many facets, and White Construction will always be near and dear to my heart for the opportunity that it gave a young African-American kid from the Detroit Public Schools.
I like to go to Detroit Public Schools, and I tend to, I want to talk to them and offer myself as an example to them of what they can do with their lives. And a lot of times when I go to the school, I'll ask the kids to stand up and tell me their name, what they might want to be when they grow up. And I would tell you that 95% of the kids stand up and say, I want to be a basketball player, or I'm going to be a rapper, or I'm going to compose some type of music. And so and they all say this, and after they get finished, I say, okay, well, if you go to the grocery store and you want to get out relatively quick, what line do you get in? And you hear them say, oh yeah, you get in the express line, or you get in the shortest line. And I say to them, you're exactly correct. And I say the basketball line and the rap line, that's the longest line there is. Everybody's in that line. And I say, you gotta be really good. You gotta hope you get scouted to play basketball. You gotta hope you grow tall. You gotta hope you grow strong. You gotta hope you don't get injured. And there's only about 350 to 400 jobs in the NBA. And you gotta be really good. And I say to be a great rap artist, that's maybe a short-lived thing unless you're really good. And you still need to go to school and get an education so you know how to spend your money and you don't end up broke 5 years afterwards. Kids who are in Detroit Public Schools nowadays, I just think it's not fair the type of education they're able to get, which is why I started again the W. Bernard White Education Foundation, so I can help out those young African American kids who are working hard but just need a hand up and not a handout. So I think it's important for kids to see people that look like themselves, that have been successful and came through Detroit Public Schools, and demonstrate if you work really hard and you want to do the right thing, you can make a lot of money legally and do very well for yourself. So I love offering myself as an example to Detroit Public School students, because you can see the lights going, because all they see is the basketball players and the rap stars. So they need to see that there are others of us out here that are doing reasonably well also. And our career can go much further than 35 years old, like you do in basketball, or I don't know how long sometimes those rap careers start. They might last into your 20s unless you're really, really good, and then you fall off too. So here I am, almost 60, and I'm still doing quite well in construction.
Education is the foundation for most people's success. Bernard White recognizes that.
I'm really excited about the fact that we have set up a W. Bernard White Education Foundation, and this is going to be a tool to provide scholarships and book money for Black underprivileged students. And in fact, I have funded it. I've started the bank account. I'm in the process of putting the website together. And I'm really excited because it's going to give me an opportunity to give back to the community in a way that I would like to.
Many of the students in Detroit who unfortunately are not getting the best education, and understanding that because they're not getting the quality education, they are not having quality choices and opportunities. Bernard has been committed to ensuring that they have that option. They have that opportunity because he understands that an opportunity for education is an opportunity for a more promising future.
I think there are about 3 phases in your life. There's a phase where you learn, there's a phase where you earn, and the phase where you give back. And I am transitioning to the phase where I can give back, and I'm so excited about that.